Hi everyone, it's Linda McKenna from Golden Rule Senior Placement Services coming to you today with Tuesday Talks. And this is March 12th, and we are talking about the topic of 10 fun activities to do with your senior loved one in March, of course. The 10 fun activities to do in March with seniors can vary. We spoke about some before, and some of our new ones that are really, really creative. So, from the top of our list, is your senior a gardener? There's no better time to start planting or getting ready for the spring season, and maybe getting seed packets together or little plants that you could maybe put on a tabletop gardening shelf, or actually outside in a small area of a garden that they can maintain. A lot of them do big pots to plant, so they're a little bit easier maybe on the porch or the lanai, depending where you live, that it's easy for them to maintain rather than going outside totally and maintaining a large garden area. So getting ready for most of this type of season of gardening, you could go through a lot of brochures and circulars from a lot of the large box stores, that being, maybe Lowe's and Home Depot, that they have a garden department, and see what they have available. Even Walmart and Sam's Club and all of those that you could buy things maybe online, so you don't have to go to the store, and it could be shipped to you, especially if they're seeds. And if there's plants, maybe you could arrange pickup or delivery as well too. So, be creative, do the selection together, and think about where you want to plant, and where do you want to garden. And like I said, it could be the big pots, just the same. They have built, I've seen many of my senior living communities have built a stand or a sit, very big boxed garden. So this way the planting can be done while sitting in a wheelchair, a chair, or standing up and guided by it. So they're not bending down and digging into the earth and planting. Number two, this is time of Lent for the Christians that follow that passage. It's also Ramadan as well too, for those that follow that sector. And this is a time that maybe there's a lot of spiritual reflection, that one could read the Bible, whatever the religion may be, that you could participate in that and the followings of your beliefs. And it's a very spiritual time, so why not utilize this time for them to practice that and behold that into their heart and soul. I believe that we should not lose that fourth pillar of needs as our seniors grow older. As you know, my 4 pillars of needs are: one is financial, medical, social, and then spiritual. So the spiritual part of it really needs to be embraced and enhanced for our seniors as well too. So maybe the Bible that we're looking into, the Quran, to be looking into during this very spiritual time of our month and a time of year. March is also National Craft Month. How great. And during this time, what do? We would love to do crafts with our children. You see that in school, but you also see that in senior living communities, that crafts are something that's done on a perpetual basis. So if that's something that you can't partake in, or your loved one is not in a senior center or a senior living, bring it to them and let them do crafts at home. And be creative with that, maybe scrapbooking, doing a lot of fun stuff, making cards, greeting cards. Seniors love greeting cards, so why not make greeting cards, or doing some crafts, even if it's crocheting, knitting, needlepoint, anything that they're still physically able to do, but see the benefit of their project being come to fruition and being able to give it as a gift. So, partake in that with your senior loved one. March 9th, 1959, Barbie, yes, Barbie, the Barbie doll, made its debut. As we've seen, was it last year that there was a movie made on Barbie, more theatrical Hollywood style. But this is a time that a lot of your senior loved ones remember 1959 and Barbie's coming out and making their presence. So, maybe take out your living Barbie, your senior loved one, lady friend or neighbor, and maybe go out for lunch and partake in the time of spending special ladies' time together. So I thought that was kind of unique that we recognize Barbie's birthday. Number 5, spring is right around the corner, as we had said. You know what? Why not do reflections of springs of past? Ask your senior loved one some questions about what spring that they reminisce about mostly and that are so vivid in their memory. It might be an Easter Sunday getting dressed with the little ones, and that's something that maybe that they would love to discuss that again. Sometimes even going through pictures during that time and saying who was actually in that picture, what was the festivity during that springtime, and see a lot of those stories coming out and enjoying it together. Number 6 is St. Patrick's Day is on March 17th, as it always is. Celebrate what is the most festive way is with corned beef and cabbage. Some would like to make that with you as a family project or a family menu. So have your senior loved one partake in that. Maybe try some other green specialties, maybe smoothies, different types of salads, cookies, baking goods, and making maybe chocolate mint ice cream. That's green, and enjoying that. You could use food coloring that is not harmful, and you can make anything green. So, be creative. That's the best part of it, is being creative and doing that for St. Patrick's Day. Also, maybe dressing up for the day, special in green. For March 17th, St. Patty's Day, also partake in, if they love beer. It doesn't have to be the alcoholic one. It could be Old Duels. You could also do Pots of Plenty, do games with that. There's so much fun things to do. Lucky Charms for breakfast. Great fun stuff, okay? Number 7, March 20th is World Storytelling Day. So why not exchange stories and exchange things of past, things that made you happy, big events in your life. And as a suggestion of mine is, besides discussing it, videotape it. That is so great, having your senior loved one being videoed, and that is kept for many years to come. So there's no reason not to be able to videotape it. We could do it with our phones these days. So why not, capture that special time and that special story? There's many topics that you could talk about as well too. So there's some books that you could actually write and reminisce and do pictures with it as well too. So make it a keepsake. I did that with a couple of senior living homes that I worked with, and it's like the time of my life or storytelling of my life, and it really worked out. A lot of the owners of the assisted living said that was such a special gift to give to their residents, but more importantly was the gift that the residents were able to give their families. So think about doing those things with your loved one as well too. Make it a project, but make it something that is going to be a legacy for many years to come. They love talking about the past. Number 8, these are, going back to number 7, let's go, remembering things from your childhood, and ask like a lot of questions and answers. So this way it gets more defined, the storytelling, and you'll be able to keep the history on file. Number 8, I love this. March 21st is Quilt Day. National Quilting Day, maybe rummage through an old cedar chest and look at some of the quilts that were made by your loved one and talk about the history of it. Maybe starting a quilt and starting cutting out squares and doing things together and making one. But nothing better than actually talking about ones that were made and what a heirloom that it is and what a legacy to leave for generations to come. Back in the day, we used to have hope chests, and hope chests were things that were passed on from generation to generation, especially when getting married. And that hope chest was given to the new married couple and the things of the past. And a lot of quilts were in those. So again, make sure that you dig through those things and actually find some quilts from the past or start a new one. Number 9 is make a play date with a young member of the family. Nothing is better than going generation 2 below. So having great grandma actually having a play date with their great grandchild is so much fun. Make it a tea party. So there's 3 generations, if not 4 generations that are there. So it's great grandma, it is grandma, it is mother, and then there's daughters. So and granddaughter. So this generational. I know that from my perspective, we have the 4 generations. It is now, of course, my granddaughter, my daughter, myself, and my mother. So we took pictures together a little while back, and it's such a keepsake that I actually keep on my desk above me. And then also that we had a lot of storytelling and we spoke to one another. So you know what? Do that. Make a play date. May it be going for a tea party or having a tea party right there at home. It doesn't have to only be females. It could be gentlemen as well too, boys. So you know what? May it be around a baseball game. May it be around a football game. Maybe around a sport. May it be around something that they enjoy together. It could be history. Men are great, especially our veterans are great on history, and why not partake in that as well too? So make a date, make a special day of that reminiscing and plan it to its greatest degree, okay? In celebration of Poetry Day on the 21st, write a limerick. I love this idea. A little short, maybe 1, 2, maybe 5 lines of rhyming is fun. Maybe put your names in them with your senior loved one, maybe with the grandchildren as well too. And maybe it has a rhyme or it has a beat to it. How much fun is that? You could play music in the background and make up your own song or limerick during that time. And that's another great way of celebrating Poetry Day, which is on March 21st. So there is a lot of holidays during each month. Look into it and play upon that particular date and utilize that as a foundation of what you could do for planning a special occasion, but more importantly, an event with your senior loved one and an activity with them. I hope this helps you. Nothing better than planning ahead. So we're only into the 13th, which is tomorrow, of March. So we still have a half a month to go and a lot of holidays that are coming up. So let's celebrate them, let's plan, and make March fulfilled with a lot of activities for your senior loved one. As always, thank you for viewing Tuesday Talks with Linda McKenna of Golden Rule Senior Placement Services, and no other than going to my website, which is www.goldenruleseniorplacement.com. There you will find my biography, you will find my demographics, your testimonials, various options, resources, and all these video talks. If you want to get in touch with me, there is my email there as well. You want to give me suggestions, give me a ring or give me an email, and I'll much oblige by it. Till next week, which is going to be March 19th. It is going to be a couple of days after St. Patrick's Day. We're going to talk about a little bit more of spring and preparing for the first day of spring. So happy St. Patty's Day. Have a blessed one, and with your family, yourself, and of course your senior loved one. Bye. Thank you. See you next week. Bye-bye now.